Hey guys, this is Pastor Bell with just a quick word. And today I'm recording this early because while you're watching this, I am somewhere in the Quad Cities in Iowa or Illinois, probably somewhere in Davenport based on our itinerary. We are on our first mission trip with our youth since 2019. 4 years have gone by because of COVID and rescheduling and all the rest that has happened over these years. We're very excited to be going and serving with YouthWorks and with local organizations in the Quad Cities. We're so excited to have our youth and young adults and our adult chaperones with us to have this experience. And there's a question I think that goes along with these trips. Maybe it's a question you've asked, and it's a question that I certainly ask as a pastor each time we plan them. Why bother going? What is the point? Why are we going and spending a not insignificant amount of money, thousands of dollars really, to go for this week of mission work in another place and in another community, as we've done so many times here at Good Shepherd? Is it because we are the best and most qualified people they could find? No. I mean, we're good people and we're going to do good work, and it's important the work that we're doing this week, but there are probably more qualified folks that could go and do the work that we are going to be doing, people with more experience in the relevant fields, et cetera, et cetera. Are we going because there's no work to be done here, so we've got to go somewhere else to go and help people? No, there's local work we could be doing as well, and some of you do that local work through the food pantry, through the other organizations that we support and volunteer at in the Chicagoland. I think probably the most important reason of why we take these trips, of why we go and serve, is because of the experience that we get to have, the experience our youth get to have, the experience our adults, and yes, even your associate pastor get to have. We go and we see a different part of the world. I know we're just going to the border here, but a different side of life. And we get to meet people with such vastly different experiences from our own. The group that we're taking this year, most of us have grown up in relative ease. I mean, we've had hard times and hard days, but relative to the rest of the world, it hasn't been too bad. Right? We've always had homes to live in. We've had roofs over our heads. We've always had full bellies, all of that. But some of the folks we are meeting, they come from a very different background. Like one of the organizations we're working with, they help to resettle refugees from the South Sudan. We'll be meeting adults and kids who have had the experience of civil war, of famine, of diseases that have ravaged their countries, that have gone and lived in UN refugee camps, that have had to go through so many different steps and background checks and screenings and all the rest in order just to make it here to the Midwest, to Illinois or Iowa. We'll get to hear their story. And we'll get to see life through their eyes, where they have come from, all that they have experienced. And that helps us to see a different corner of God's world. We'll also be working with adults with disabilities who have physical and mental health issues. Physical and mental issues, developmental issues that make it hard for them to live an independent life. We'll get to hear their stories, to experience them, to have relationships with them, to see the world through their eyes. And it's really important, the work that we do, because we get to see that life is different from how we have experienced, that there's more to this world. And this is especially important for our youth. There's more to this world than just Cook County and Chicagoland and the suburbs and the city and all that goes with that. It allows us to hear different perspectives. And the beautiful thing, too, is it allows us to see how much we have in common with these folks. Because, yes, their experiences might be vastly different. All that they have seen might be vastly different, but they are also made in the image of God. They're also kids who want to grow up and have a good, successful life and learn and be someone important. They are parents who want to take care of their kids to give them the best opportunities, maybe opportunities that they never got to have growing up. They are people who love, who laugh, who cry, who enjoy time together with family and friends. They're people who are happy with where life has taken them, even if that road has not always been easy. And it's at those points of intersections, coming from so many different places, but coming together, that's where the real magic happens. That's where we get to see that they too are made in the image of God, that they too are beloved children of God, and that we have things to learn from them, and they have things to learn from us. That's the other part of it, is that we hope that by going, we can be a blessing too, that our experiences, our service, our conversations can help to inform their life. What is it like to grow up in the United States? What's it like to live in the suburbs? What's it like to grow up and not have to experience some of the horrific things that they have experienced? That helps to inform them and to see that they are not so different from so many people who have called this country and this state home their entire lives. So that's why we go. That's why we take these mission trips. It's not just about doing community service, although we will do plenty of community service. It's not just about helping those poor people over there, although we will help people over there. It's also about what we get to experience as God's people. It's what we learn. It's about how they help us to grow and expand our worldview and how we see and understand the world around us. And man, that's worth the price of admission to me. So thank you for being a generous congregation that allows us to do this work each and every year. Thank you for the myriad of parents and grandparents who have entrusted their youth to the church over the years to take them on this trip. Thank you if you've been a chaperone, not just this year, but in the many years past, because we could not do that without the wonderful volunteers that come along with us. And thank you for continuing to support the youth ministry here at Good Shepherd, because it really is life-changing. It really does help to improve the lives of our youth, and through the work that they do and the lives that they lead, it helps to improve the world around them as well. So hopefully, I will see you all next week. We'll have some good stories to tell and to share all the wonderful things that God has shown us through this trip and through the work that the Spirit has led us to do. Have a wonderful week, and God bless. Bye now.